Welcome back to you, baby dolls. I want to ask you a serious question. Where are your mittens today? Because this chart looks like a lot of pain. This is a chart of the Monkey JPEGs, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and it is going down to Goblin Town. It is very unfortunate, but this is the way markets move. We have periods of friendship, kindness, belief, optimism, euphoria, and then we have the panic and denial and the fear and the capitulation, and that is what we are witnessing today. Where are we from the top? I don't know if this print is exactly specific with the 200 ETH floor. I can't confirm that. But even if we did somewhere here, we're about 83%. I want you to remember, this is Bored Ape Yacht Club versus Ethereum. So this is priced in Ethereum. This is where we always want to be, in the land of friendship and kindness, because I want to know, what is my asset doing against Ethereum, the index of poop coins themselves? Of course, if you want to do medium difficulty, you'll go to charting against Bitcoin. But for the rest of us who want to spice things up, play it on difficult mode, we want to chart against Ethereum because Ethereum is deflationary. Ethereum versus Bitcoin is probably going to go up. So Ethereum is the blue chip asset to beat. That's just our speculation going forward. Now, I'm going to go through some tweets here, and there is a lot of pain, friends, because you can. I'm going to show you what's going on here. Because if I take you back here, we go back to this period of time known as the year of 2022. We just came off the NFT euphoria high, and everybody believed more was coming. But look what started happening here, friends. As you can see, we can start going down. You can see this monkey JPEG. You're like, whoa, 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 what's going on? But look what happens here. If you scroll down, you can go look at the price of the monkey JPEG. Now, you can never really confirm if it was himself doing this, but he placed an offer here of 869 Ethereum. It was $1.08 million because it was a golden JPEG here, friends. It's a golden, golden shiny. This is the important thing to remember with JPEGs and NFTs, because you are placing things up for auction constantly. It's very hard to determine if it is a friend of the bidder themselves. So sometimes what you'll see, and you should assume this by default, you will see people just place an individual high bid for an item they own to show to the world that it has value. But you can't fool the market long enough. Of course, you can try to do this as long as you want and try to make a meme of it. And of course, they did try to make a meme. You can see this person, Mr. Gold Ape himself. It is his identity. And I want to tell you something. Not all of these are fake, friends. A lot of these are actually real. Yes, people take on an identity. There is no price they would give that up for. This is what happens in markets. Does it remind you of the Wall Street cheat sheet by any chance? So you can see here the offer was $1.08 million, 869 Ethereum, and he says, nope, you can add a zero and then we can talk about it. So here he is just talking about how we're never selling, never selling, never selling. And if we go down, you even have here the first comment is, this will age so poorly, you'll have nightmares about it. First reply for sure from him himself. And a lot of these people even talking about, you even have the next comment here, this gentleman, Tournament Take, saying, I pray on your downfall. Imagine, this is what I don't like saying, like people wishing death and destruction amongst other people. Like there's something wrong with you if you actually have this mindset, because positive vibes around the universe, if you send them out, I promise they come back at you. Look at me. We're friends, aren't we? We've got some good positivity here. But when you have a look at these people, you can see these people are salty. So this person is, imagine not taking $800,000 and expecting more in a monkey cartoon. So yes, in hindsight, we can always look at this. But here's the truth. The types of people who say this, they would also say, imagine not taking $8,000 for a monkey JPEG. If you take this option, if you take this attitude and this view all the time, you're going to miss out on the biggest runs. 100%. The wealthiest people are all bulls, friends. Bears don't make it because they get out too early. Once you open the door in your mind that nothing has value and everything's a Ponzi, well, you should get out of everything. That's just how it works. And of course, yes, the story doesn't end nice because, hey, he's got a million offer here. And then as we go down, it's down now from an 869 Ethereum offer. Now it's down to 33. So from a $1.08 million, he's basically saying, I won't even take it for that. And then we have $64,000 here. So this is something to think about. when we are going to explore the concept of the Wall Street cheat sheet, human emotions. This is the downfall that you want to avoid. Of course, every single person comes into market saying, it'll never happen to me. I'm going to play the cycle. I'm going to sell the tops. I'm going to buy the bottoms. And I say, good luck to you, because not once have I ever met anybody who told me, I'm going to lose money. I'm going to incorrectly time the cycle. I'm going to sell the bottom and I'm going to buy the top. I hear that never. 0 times. But what do I see? I see everybody doing that. I see everybody doing everything that you're not supposed to be doing. Okay, so here he is. I mean, we have a quote here from another person, Mr. Grinding Pole, saying almost a year later. So he's just referring to this monkey JPEG. You will not take the $1 million offers and you will be happy. So it's just throwing shade on this, just looking at this sign of exuberance which happened in the JPEG market and the NFT market themselves. And this is just a sign that the rinsing is happening and there's still pain to come. I hate to say this because I was in their shoes. I don't like telling people it's painful out there, because think about all the coins we know and the coins we love. It's really important when you start to grasp the concept of pricing against Ethereum. So always price, always price against Ethereum. And so what I mean by price against Ethereum, chart ETH, everything. Even if they don't have an ETH chart, construct one manually. You can just use the Uniswap formula. You can use the TradingView formulas. So you will do your code divided by ETH. So if you had a code, so you might have poop USDT, and then you would do divided by ETH USDT. And that's what you have. Now you have poop ETH. And that would be the chart you've constructed. Always. I always want to know what it's doing. So we're looking at the Bored Apes. And unfortunately, I mean, if you put on a log chart, it makes the pain look... The pain is still big, but the log charts, they give you an unrealistic expectation about what your emotions are feeling, because this chart still looks like it's up. But why is that? Let's explore why is that? Why does the chart look up? It's because look at these big fat green lines. Now, were you buying at the very, very start? No, you weren't. So this isn't even the real chart. I mean, it started at 0.005 or 0, like really, really down here, even below here. So it actually just went and did this. These are the floor price of Ethereum. And you can see that the log chart hides a lot of the history of a chart. It does not show true pain. The real thing to do with a log chart is to remove the super, super early parts that you don't really get to see and participate. Now you're looking at the real chart. Now you're looking at something that went up 600% and it's come down 86%. Because this even happens with the Bitcoin chart, right? I've even shown you, how many times have I shown you the Bitcoin chart where, if you put on a log chart, you're like, oh, wow, this thing is just going up and to the right. Look at this swivel, yay. But it's very unrealistic because nobody was here at the beginning. Like it's a pyramid structure. It really is. Like or the bulk of everybody is in the past 5 to 6 years. There's only 1 million or 10,000 people who are even relevant in that early part. And no matter what you do, you'll never be able to get the exponential gains. No matter what you do, and we all know it. We all know it. You're not getting a 4,000x in Bitcoin now. You're not even getting a 1,000x. We'll be lucky to see another 100x in our lifetime. Probably. I mean, everybody thinking about that one, right? 100x? What about 30x taking Bitcoin to around $1 million? Just a 30x. These people at the start, they got 20,000x in one cycle. They got 600x in this. So that's why when you look at these log charts, they're only nice to show on long-term bullish people to get in, but really they hide the real true nature of what's going on. And we can see it right now. So, I've asked a few times from many people saying, hey, what about the monkeys? Are they a blue chip? Should we buy the monkeys, the monkey JPEGs? And I don't want to because, look, we know many altcoins in crypto. Priced against Ethereum, I've known this for a long time, and you've seen this now too. 90% against Ethereum is just the start of the pain. I'm not even joking. The start. So, I mean, you can draw this little order block. You can see that, hey, it had this little acceptance of value back here in 2021. I won't be surprised if this just goes all the way down 90%. And some people will say, well, do you want to buy it here? No, I still don't. I really don't want to touch it here because these are monkey JPEGs, man. It's all about roadmaps in the community, which me and you have no affinity to. So we went oh, wow, we'll come back up recovery. And then somehow they realized that, they really are just JPEGs. Now, JPEGs, NFTs, very risky. Why? Because if we go back, I'm going to show you something right now. Because you're a baby cake and you are a sugar pie, I'm going to show you that even though in this cycle, this is the 2017, the Ethereum-centric cycle. In this cycle, Many altcoins did 50, 80, 100x. Many coins did. Absolute poop. Coins named after, Dragon Ball Z characters and dentist coins and all these other weird stuff. They were all just flying all the time, but they were flying because Ethereum did a 1000x. That's the real reason they were flying. So because Ethereum, which went on to become a blue chip, did a 1000x, a lot of the money was dispersed. We can now see this with the benefit of hindsight and looking back in history. These coins did pump up. However, they were not relevant in the next cycle. You see here, the best thing to do was to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, not even really Ethereum, just buy Bitcoin. And in here was a whole new DeFi season. Nothing to do with these dentist coins. All the coins that went up here that were absolutely useless. Only a very few selective coins were useful. I can literally name you them. Binance Coin, BNB, relevant. Chainlink, of course, relevant. And of course, Cardano. So the coins, if you paid attention to those three, you did well in 2020. You might say, well, 3 coins, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it sounds cool until I tell you there were 300 to choose from. So, not joking, 3 out of 300. That was your win rate. That's why it was absolutely not worth you touching any of these. How are you going to pick the top 2 or 3 JPEGs that are going to recover? And is it even worth it? It's not, because there's new JPEGs that are going to come in and they're going to be able to blow these things out of the water. So Cardano, BNB, they were not having the nuclear run-ups in the DeFi season of 2020. Even though if you pick them right, you're like, yes, these are going to be blue chips and they're going to go on to do well. You still took on a lot of risk. A lot of people bought absolute food token poop in the zombie virus year of 2020, and they still did well. And they did not need to do this complex blue chip analysis to see which community is actually going to get there. So I know it's harsh to say. I don't like going through this pain because I can see the pain in the chart right now and it's just falling off a cliff. But it is what it is. I mean, they are just JPEGs after all. People are wondering why there's roadmap releases and people are just exiting because there's just market emotions. We can see the market emotions in the chart. I can see this chart and I see pain. I see people crying. I hate to say this, the people will want to, unfortunately, take their own life. Please don't do anything like that. You have to look after yourself. Don't worry, we can make it back. If you're stuck in these, I know most of you aren't because these are monkey JPEGs. And yes, they were $500,000 for a JPEG up the top. And look, there is a path for a better future, but you got to hang in there. With such a deep bear market for NFTs because they took over the world basically. And then look, I hate to say it this way, but they ruined the bull market for crypto because all the money went into NFT JPEGs and none of them went into altcoins by comparison. That's why it was one of the worst bull markets of all time. It actually was the worst bull market of all time because of this. So if you put a water pistol to my head, so I'm going to put a little water pistol emoji to me. If you said, hey, I'm going to put a water pistol to your head, where would you think about getting some monkey JPEGs? Personally, look, I tell you right now, every altcoin we know dropped 90% against Ethereum minimum, minus 90%. So there you go. I would think about getting it there. And because of the way NFTs are, just to tell you something, when you see such irrational exuberance, euphoria of 2021, the NFT market, and January of 2022, when you see that, promise you right now, start the clock, because when the fear capitulation depression comes, it does not go to your nice normal minus 90%. It goes way lower. It gives you cheaper than cheap. It goes to unimaginably low levels. Because think about it. Me and you, you know what this price is, friends? This is 29 Ethereum for a JPEG. 29 Ethereum. Now, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm going to show you the real side of how to calculate these, but a lot of people are looking at these. They're like, $60,000 to $80,000 for a JPEG still. That's how we're all looking at it. So unfortunately, this is just a reality situation where you're going to have to view, hey, if you want to price assets, you're going to have to look at this stuff. This is how we have to think about it. But there will be a price too cheap, perhaps. And by the time we get there, is it even worth participating in the monkey JPEGs? Maybe there's a new NFT. Maybe someone does a new type of coding, a new community that's fresh and new, has different upside, something you can really get behind. You can believe other people are going to come buy it. That's something to think about, because who has 29 Ethereum, even at today's prices, to buy monkey JPEGs? There are people out there, but the people who went into these, they are very impulsive, very short-term mindset. They're like, they wanted it when it's cool. They definitely don't want it now. And even if I wanted to participate, if you wanted to put in $500 in a monkey JPEG, you can't. You need 60K? No. Excuse me, no. There are way better paths for you to blow 60 grand and to buy it on a monkey JPEG. Okay, so where would we actually see this going if they were to turn it around and achieve some greatness? In my experience, the charts, every single thing says this, friends. When you hit a bottom, I'm not kidding, you need 12 long months at the bottom. 12. In crypto, yes, 12. So once you hit the bottom, you need 12 months. And what's probably the bottom going to entail? Probably if you hit a bottom, let's say you went down to here. Let's say we actually went down to here. Perhaps confirming a bottom would be a plus 100% rally. It might be something like that. It might be some sort of swing, comes up, and then it comes back down, and there you go. There's your 12 months. You see what I mean? This is a long time. You have so much time because there's a lot of rinsing that has to go on, and it is what it is. Now, I mentioned to you just previously that I was playing devil's advocate with pricing these, and yes, I was. And let me tell you the truth. So, the way to think about NFTs is you are buying an order block of an altcoin. You are buying an altcoin in bulk. That's what you are doing. So let's go through this. This actually is going to help you understand NFTs. So NFTs are JPEGs. We're like, JPEG. But they are just imaginary speculative value things, just like our altcoins. It's the same thing. However, with our altcoins, we are more granular. We can buy a grain of sand if we really want to do. We can put $100 in an altcoin or $50 or $5,000. But with a JPEG, they are all in specific blocks. You have to buy like the box of 24. You know, when you go to the shopping center, you go to the supermarket, you want to buy your nice sparkly water. You can't buy one. There has to be a box of 24. That is it. They only come in packs of that. It's the same thing with these NFTs. And the way to calculate the market cap of their communities, it's the same as everything else. You just multiply how many coins there are by how much ETH it is. So there's 10,000. There's 10,000 monkey JPEGs with a floor price of 29. There you go. So the total market cap is 290,000 ETH. Let's say ETH is 1,900. You have $551 million for the market cap. That's how we calculate it. If you told me, hey, would you like to own, say, my friend Sami, I'll say, welcome, take a seat over there. Would you pay $551 million if I granted you this money? Would you pay that to get all the JPEGs in the world of this monkey community and hoard them for yourself? And I promise you right now, I will say an absolute resounding no. Capital letters, Times New Roman font, size 72, bold, italic, and underline. Everything. No, I would not pay $500 million for your monkey JPEGs. But it's all about the community. It's all about Metcalfe's law. It's just right now today, I don't want to pay $500 million for a monkey JPEG because I don't even want to pay $500 million market cap pricing for 100 other altcoins that have like a quote unquote legit or real use case, or they're ambitious. So this is just something to think about. There will be a time, friends, where NFTs come back, but they might be in a different form. You know how I know? Well, think about what happened in the 2017 cycle. So in 2017, I'll end this with you, friends. So from optimism for the future, we're going to keep an open mind. We're never going to rule out the JPEGs completely because in 2017, altcoins went to the moon, but they figured out what type of altcoins satisfy human demand. We made a use case from DeFi. That's what happens. We had new altcoins. There will be a new type of NFT. I don't know if it's going to do with story, community, DeFi, financialization. Let's keep an open slate and open mind. So when it appears, we'll be able to pick it up, just like picking up the diamond off the floor, putting it in your pocket and going to the cheesecake factory because you're hungry for some cheesecake and some chocolate. Tell mom and dad we're still going to make it, but we're going to hold off on the JPEGs. Like, subscribe, press the bell button and all, friends. Thank you very much. You are kind. You are always on my mind. I'll catch you in the next one.